You. Thanks so much to the chair and the ranking member, and to you, Mr. Secretary, for enduring these hours of questioning and for stepping up to serve our nation at this critical time. Congress and both the current and previous administrations have been crystal clear with the FAA. We need to invest in a national aviation system and modernize our infrastructure. I am pleased to see that Section 624 of the most recent FAA reauthorization has now been implemented after I pressed FAA officials during a May hearing. However, the Gerald R. Ford International Airport in my district still does not have a timeline for when its FAA-owned and operated air traffic control tower will be replaced. This 62-year-old tower is out of compliance with federal safety and security requirements. The design work for this project is done, and enabling construction will begin this summer with support from the state of Michigan. But our community needs federal dollars and federal approval because it is an FAA-owned tower. The previous FAA administrator has assured me that GRR's modernization project was the number 2 priority on the FAA's list. Secretary Duffy, can you please provide me with an understanding of the FAA's prioritization of the tower, an estimated timeline, and we would love to invite you to the district to see it directly, sir.
As I told you before the hearing, Grand Rapids is one of my favorite small communities in America. It's a great community. I don't have that information for you right now on the priority list, but I will definitely follow up with you. Again, we talk about the infrastructure of air traffic control, but you make a really good point. We have really old structures across the country, and you would probably join a lot of members in this committee talking about your towers or your TRACONs and how old they are. And that's going to take money and more money to help everybody out, but we should have an infrastructure plan and resources to build that's consistent with how great our country is. So I'll work with you on that.
We appreciate it so much. I will note that it is the oldest of the top 75 busiest airports in the country. So certainly a lot of old infrastructure, but GRR is top of the list. So we really appreciate your attention. Look forward to your follow-up on that. I want to say one thing that the President and I have in common is a shared goal to bring back our supply chains and bolster domestic manufacturing. My district is home to a plant for the only domestic supplier of specific yellow pigments used for road markings. Unfortunately, an estimated 96% of these pigments used on American roads are sourced from foreign manufacturers, including China, enabling our taxpayer dollars to leave the U.S. That's why I introduced the bipartisan Paving Our Way for American Industry Act, which will ensure that these critical pigments would qualify as a constructed material under the Build America provision. Secretary Duffy, can you speak to how the committee can work with the department to uplift domestic manufacturers? And I recognize I am a bit over my time, sir, so if you want to address briefly.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I will look at that. I was not aware, but I want to do all, unless we can't do it in America, and we would all agree we can't do, that's one thing, but when we can do it in America with American businesses that support American communities, I'm 100% on board. So I'll follow up on that as well.
I appreciate it. Really look forward to working with you.
I
will submit the remainder of my questions for the record, including looking at the FAA's aircraft maintenance technician school programs and some of those grants, which I know a number of people have brought up, but we'd love to follow up with you offline. I'll submit that question for the record.